When I was first admitted to the bar, 1986, I was one of the few out attorneys that I knew. And matter of fact, diversity by gender, ethnicity, sexual orientation, you could almost count on one hand the people you knew who regularly appeared in court. Now, when I look at it because I have that reference point, I think we've made huge strides. So that to be a diverse attorney just means you're another attorney and you're judged by the quality of your performance and the character that you bring to the courtroom.
When I was a new attorney in the mid-'80s, diversity was not part of our terminology. It's not something that had great currency. But ironically, there were quite a few diverse lawyers coming out of law school. My first year class had 35 African American lawyers, so we were pretty well represented.
When I started practicing law about 25 years ago, I was at a firm of over 200 people, or 200 lawyers, and we had less than a handful of diverse lawyers and just a sprinkling of women attorneys.
I think a lot of the strides in terms of equality were made in the generation before me, and I'm thankful to them for that. And I think that my generation has been able to benefit from the strides that were made before. It's been great to see my generation kind of take advantage of that and be able to and see more of us become attorneys, and not just in maybe the fields that were thought to be appropriate for certain nationalities or genders or ethnicities, but to kind of broaden out and be practicing lawyers in all kinds of areas and fields.
On the one hand, I love being an inspiration to younger kids who sometimes I go and speak to, but I also like seeing the look on the faces of older people when they see me in this profession. They're very proud of me, and I like that aspect of it. I still do occasionally get the question about whether or not I'm the court reporter or the secretary, so those lingering stereotypes still remain.
Getting quality work assignments, developing business. These are real issues that I know women face in the law firm setting. I think things are getting better, and once we can convince businesses, corporations, our firm colleagues that we can get the job done and get it done well, I think that things will continue to improve in that regard.
From the perspective on sexual orientation, people are increasingly more comfortable working with lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender attorneys. And I think that leads to greater confidence on the basis of sexual orientation, that people realize I'm a very good attorney. I'm good because of what I bring to the table.
It's been a real whirlwind of change in a lot of law firms. Today, it's actually expected of newer lawyers and law students. They come into our practice and profession expecting diversity to be an integral part of the practice they're in. And so law firms such as Sedgwick have done the right thing by embracing that change.
What makes me proudest about Sedgwick's diversity efforts is that it is a top-down approach. We have support at the highest level of our organization for our diversity programs. Our chairman is very committed to diversity, and that permeates the rest of the organization.
If I've ever needed help or guidance in terms of sponsorships or involvement, I have had nothing but support. It is very affirming to someone like me to know that the firm is not just paying lip service. We're not just putting it on our website. We're actually making it happen. We're putting boots on the ground. We're putting money behind these sponsorships, and that in turn is showing up in the community.
We have a diverse attorney who is the managing partner of the LA office, and we have another one who's the managing partner of the Chicago office. And I'm thrilled to see that, because you have people in positions of power and leadership who are diverse attorneys, so that can only have the benefit of trickling down to the attorneys who serve under them, who are partners, both equity and non-equity, associates, staff. I mean, everyone who works within those offices will be guided by a managing partner who's diverse, and I think that's a great achievement for Sedgwick.
Here, Sedgwick is also going to reach out to the communities in which it serves, even more than we already do right now. We have pipeline programs, we have pro bono programs, but I think if we're really going to be different than others, and I think we are different than the other firms, I think we need to continue to reach out to the communities in which we serve.
We want to maintain and advance, have solid relationships and solid networks within the firm, so that they feel that they're part of this community and know that there are opportunities that are available. The mentoring programs, both through the affinity group and the firm as a whole, are very important, and I do as much as I can to advance those mentoring programs with my mentees.
We're going to become even more involved with the diversity-based organizations nationally, regionally, and locally. that we're going to have a close relationship on those pipeline programs with up-and-coming talent, that we're going to have a close relationship with the minority bar organizations, and that people will recognize that we're not just looking to hire diverse lawyers because clients want it, but it's because we think it's important. And I think we're going to make inroads in each of those areas, and you'll see a changing face of Sedgwick to reflect the changing face of our country.